I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rock Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. I'm joined by Bully, Boulevard 73. Yo, we got Corey Lee on the way, and Dre, IKBM Dre, is on the way to come rock and roll with us. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly. Right? Okay. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Man, Kerry Cox is in the house.
Salute.
Andrew Torres is in the house.
Salute.
Alexander Rivera is in the house. Mr.
Salute.
Atkins is in the house.
Peace.
Hello, Wise is in the house. Will
Allah.
is in the house. What's good,
Peace.
man? Bully, what's happening?
Man, what up, big bruh? How you, man? It's been a great day, man.
Yeah,
It's been
man,
a great day. Oh, happy birthday, Grandma, 84 years old.
Happy
you
birthday,
know I love your G,
man.
Mom, man. We tore the town up today, boy.
Yeah,
we had
man.
fun. Yeah, you dig me? I love you, baby girl. You know me, and I know you.
Yeah, man.
Just me and you. Your mama and your brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, we have fun. Well, man.
Cool.
And you know my grandma love you and Corey Lee to death, man.
Yeah,
oh my
man.
God, man.
Yeah. I don't know what she's seeing Corey Lee though. No, I'm just messing around, man. Yo, that's my dog. That's my dog right there, man. That's my dog, Corey Lee, man.
It's all good.
Oh
Lord have mercy. You gonna come in here like a whirlwind pyramid, boy.
Like a whirlwind. Yeah, man.
Nah, everything good, man. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you for wishing grandma happy birthday and everything, Corey Lee and everybody. Oh, Soulfinger shouted out too, man. So it was all good, man. It was a great day today, man. For real.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. Having a good time, having fun, all of that stuff. Hey, Ivory 10 is in the building, man. What's good? I see you, Chef NYK. Core Mega is in the building. What's good?
Core Mega.
Salute for Shizza's in the building. What's happening?
What up, dude?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Ain't really a lot of stuff happening on the Knicks front, man. I just want to get out here and talk some Knicks with our Knicks. Oh, Stafford Don in here. I didn't even see Stafford Don sneak in here. Stafford Don, what's good?
Salute, homeboy.
Yeah, I didn't even see Stafford just now, man. Yeah, man.
It's good, man.
Yeah, so it
man,
ain't
family is family, man.
It ain't a lot of things happening out there on this Knicks front, man. But just want to talk some Knicks talk, man, for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Get some things cranked up, man. The Knicks rumors, a lot of the Knicks name is in a lot of stuff, bro. And then don't nothing happen, and then people act like they like, yo, maybe they just the Knicks wasn't gonna do nothing from the start, man. The Knicks relaxing this summer, bro. They ain't doing nothing. They
Nah,
ain't doing that, man.
no, I agree. I agree with you. But you know what? On some real on the sneak tip, Uncle Freeze. I think they might do something big like before before regular season or preseason start. You think?
No,
Okay.
no, they ain't gonna do nothing.
I try to throw the rope. I'm sorry.
Nah,
I try to throw the rope.
nah, keeping it real, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Now it's like you ever had that homeboy that always ride with you? He always talk about what he gonna do, and he don't never do nothing.
Never don't do nothing.
He
Yeah, I know
don't
what
never
you're
do
doing.
that. Everybody got that homeboy that do that, man.
Yes, we got one. We all
You
got
know
one.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like the homeboy, like everybody got the homeboy, man. That when it's all the homies together, he be talking that big talk. It usually like one of your friends, like John or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got a friend
He
named
said
John.
John.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
like his name, like his real name is Jonathan, but his father named Jonathan too. So it's Big John and then it's John.
Little John.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah, you
Big
know what
John,
I'm
Little
saying?
John.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm with you. I'm riding with you. I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
I think that's what the Knicks are, man. I don't think the Knicks are gonna. I don't think the Knicks are gonna do anything because when I think about the situation, I don't think there is anything to be done.
Okay,
Right?
so you think everything has been reciprocated? Like, I mean, not reciprocated. Like everything is dried up. Like we just gonna run it back with what we got and try to go further what we're doing.
Yeah. It's. I think we in a spot, and I'm not trying to put a damper on it for Knicks fans. What I'm saying to Knicks fans is the moves that we want them to do have to make sense. Right? They
I
ain't
agree.
because we
I
know
agree.
the front office ain't just gonna jump out here and do no move that don't make sense and
Mm-hmm.
undo all the work that they did do.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So like the move that should have been done that fits the Knicks best was Paul George or Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, man, that's been the talk of the town for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that should have been a move, right? Paul George
Mm-hmm.
this year and Donovan Mitchell last year. Neither move
Mm-hmm.
got done. And so now if you can't do that move, now the trade for anybody else requires you moving around significant starters,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if you go out and get Paul George, in theory, you could have left RJ at the 3 and played Paul George at the 2. Right?
Facts.
It
That's
makes more
fact.
sense because Paul George is a better athlete than RJ Barrett.
That's a fact.
Right? Or if you went and got Donovan Mitchell, the cat that would have been replaced would have been in the trade going for Donovan Mitchell anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But now when we talking about go get Giannis, well, now if you go get Giannis and you upgrade power forward, all them other positions that needed to be upgraded still need to be upgraded.
That is a fact as well.
Because if you go get Giannis, you in theory you getting rid of Randall, right?
Yeah, you got to go bye-bye. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so whether you like Randall or you don't like Randall, he was an all-star here, right? But then what do you now when you go get now that you have Giannis, what you gonna do about the small forward and shooting guard spot? It's still an issue.
Is that
right?
Yeah, right.
And so if you go get Joel Embiid, you trade them away Mitchell Robinson. Now what you gonna do about the shooting guard and small forward spot?
Well, you know what you're saying? Like we definitely in the catch-22. We damn if we do, and we damn if we don't. Like
Right.
I don't. Yeah, I think our backs is against the wall, but I think if we just run it again, in my opinion, Uncle Freeze, if we just run it back and see what we get, I think we might do a little bit better than trying to go out there and get Dame, PG-13, Donovan,
Right.
Embiid, Giannis. I mean, all these people and stuff. I think if I really want to just like give it a chance. I want to give it a chance to see how we do. Now,
Right.
if we don't work, You know what I'm gonna say? Blow it up.
Blow it up. Yep. And the thing is, even if you go get Dame Lillard, you got to
Mm-hmm.
move Jalen Brunson either
Oh yeah,
in the
facts,
trade or to a new position. But
facts,
you got to
facts,
move them, right?
facts.
And,
That they gonna
and
be bumping heads.
yeah, yeah. And say you get James Harden, right? You either got to
Mm.
move. You got either got to move Jalen Brunson in the trade or move him to a new position because they're not going to be able to. Because James Harden is not going to play off the ball for Jalen Brunson. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
doing that. We know that by now,
Right.
right? Right.
Hold on, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm sorry. Raya. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second, please. I'm
I
sorry.
got you. I got you. Yeah, man. So in these trades, it's got to be the perfect. It's got to be the perfect trade situation for it to make sense with the Knicks. Ivory 10 is in the building. Ivory 10 says we're not going to have a choice because a star ain't happening. I just can't play that game anymore. Tired of hearing about a star. Come and prove it. Right. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, Ivory 10. I'm with you on that sentiment. I think the writing is on the wall that the Knicks aren't going to do anything. Now, they may trade Fournier, but when you're talking about bench pieces, that's not significant enough for us to start considering moving around starters because you're not going to get a starter for Evan Fournier. Right? You're not going to get a starter for Evan Fournier. Miss Geraldine is in the building. Salute to the members.
Sorry about that, Freeze. My sister locked herself outside the door.
Oh, no,
I had to run down there real quick. My bad.
Hey, that to
Stop locking yourself outside the door, y'all. Spare keys with you. My bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, so certain things make sense and certain things don't make sense. Like if you're the Knicks right now, why would you trade for a point guard? You
Why?
already
Yeah,
got one,
why? Why?
right?
You got a superstar.
And if you're the Knicks right now, why would you trade for a power forward, right? When you got other positions of need, right? The thing is, okay, so if you trade Randall, it's definitely got to be an upgrade. You can't just trade.
It has to be.
You can't just trade backwards, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, you feel like this team is a second round team, and you want this team to, at a minimum, be a second round team again next year. Ultimately, though, what we want is for this team to be better than they were last year.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But what we don't want, under no circumstances, is backsliding.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
We just can't. It makes no sense to us.
I would get mad. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Uncle Freeze. Man, look at here, boy. We backslide like we did the first time we played Atlanta, and then that next season we ain't did nothing,
right?
And stuff like that. I'm gonna be pissed. I ain't gonna lie. I said it. I'm gonna be pissed if we don't even do anything. I think Corey Lee asked me yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I believe so. Yesterday, how many games do you think we gonna win?
Right.
He said a 50 burger and 50 burger plus.
Okay.
I said 49. I said 48 to 49. But now that I look at the team as it's currently constructed, I think Corey Lee kind of right. We might win over 50 games. I think we might win over 50 games and stuff like that. And if we backslide and don't make it, and I don't know, man. I keep saying this. I think it was Gi. I think it was Gi that said it. Yeah, I'm scared to fall. Like because we at a pinnacle or somewhere where we at right now. I think we need to build and keep building. If we fall back, I'm scared that we're gonna go back to the Knicks of a couple of years ago. Right now, I think we riding that wave, man, and I think we have a great team.
Right.
We have a lot of talent, and I just want Tibbs to harness that and enhance it, and let's move forward.
Right.
Word.
I'm with you on all those fronts.
Mm-hmm.
So Sunday, which I guess that was yesterday. Man, these days.
Yes, it was. Yo, yeah, man.
Days be
move
flying
quick.
by, bro. Days be
Yes,
flying
indeed.
by, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Yes,
when you
indeed.
have a deadline, like when you know there's a date coming up. Like you ever had a date coming up? Not a date like a mass, like a girlfriend boyfriend date. But I'm talking about if you have a date on your calendar circle that an event is coming up, and they start flying by, bro.
Facts.
Right? Like I'm working towards this Series 99 thing, man. This anyway, I really don't want to get into it, but
All right, cool.
it's some professional stuff, right, that I'm working towards, right? And I have a target goal, bro. And every time I look at the calendar, it's like the calendar skipped like 5 days.
Big time, kid.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah,
Big
man.
time.
And when you get your target date, right? Like for me, I have a target date of August 15th to have all this stuff tightened up, right? There's all this stuff in place. And every time I look up, it'd be like July 10th, July 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You like, what is going on?
Yep.
Yeah,
Miss Geraldine, salute. I'm sorry,
salute, Miss Geraldine. But the point that I wanted to get to, though, is I think the Knicks were, for all intents and purposes, a 50-win team last year, even though we only won 47 games.
Facts.
Right. So, you heard from Lee?
Yeah, I just got off the phone. With him about no more than 10 minutes before we jumped on. You want me to shoot him a text?
No, we might not talk no trash about him. Because if we talk trash about him, he'll probably just show up out the blue. Oh, there you go.
Hello, here you go.
What's up, man? Hey, man.
What's
up, boss?
Woo.
What's good?
Look here on the back porch, looking like the Waldens.
Hey, that's fire though. I like that. That ambiance is fire though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this is why I'm not back up top no more.
Don't get. You know what? We just talked about this earlier, man. You better stop that. Go on, get now. Scram.
Hey.
Go on, get.
Hey. Yep. Hey, John Boy. Good night.
Hey, John Boy. Night, John Boy.
Good night, John Boy. Right. Hey, just real quick though, to build off what Lee said, I think the Knicks are a 50+ winning team going into next year. Because last year, in theory, we were a 50-win team that didn't win 50 games, but a lot of the close games that we lost,
very, very close.
We yo, what are we doing?
Wow.
Like I was talking to, and so shout out to Nick Yak, man. I ain't seen Nick Yak in a minute. Salute to Nick Yak, man. Hey, good to have you back, bro. I ain't seen you in a while. I don't know what happened, but anyway, I was talking to one of the goats in Knicks universe, right? I was talking to one of the people that's on the Mount Rushmore in Knicks universe, Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show, and salute to the Nick
Jay
of Time
Ellis
show and all those people over there doing excellent work. I was just talking to him just real briefly about some of the games that we lost, like the Friday before Christmas game we lost to Chicago.
Yeah, we lost to Chicago.
When Quentin Grimes fouled DeMar DeRozan late.
Yes.
Y'all remember that?
Yep, I remember that.
And we was like, you ain't even have to get that. DeMar DeRozan had been off and on all game.
Right, he wasn't even hot.
Yeah,
he wasn't even
you
hot.
you ain't even have to get in his jersey. You know what I'm saying? And then the I don't know if you remember this, but the collapse against Dallas when we was up 8 points under a minute to go.
Points, and Luka hit the shot at the end. Oh
yeah, but it wasn't even just that, Bully. It was we gave up a contested 3-pointer to Christian Wood, right?
Yep.
We was in Christian Wood's shirt. He hit the 3, and then the next trip down, Tim Hardaway Jr. come down and hit a contested 3, and then Luka gets the
Yeah.
and one and
And
the
the
free
one,
throw.
yeah. And the
You know
free
what I'm
throw,
saying?
yeah.
Get to 60 points, and then they go to overtime to get to 50
And
points. I'm
lost.
sorry. And yeah, and then we lost to them in overtime. And then you're talking about the Milwaukee game where Drew Holiday hit those 2 dagger threes over
The
Quentin
threes,
Grimes.
yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Oh, man. In
You like
Milwaukee.
there was there was so many games that we were like right there that we could have won like 52, 53 games. Right?
Facts.
Yeah, man. So you know what I'm saying? Not saying that we won 47 games and blah blah because ultimately we won 47 games. But even coming down the stretch, like when we lost to Indiana, you was like, oh my God.
Yeah, man. I ain't like that loss right there. That
like,
one kind of stunk.
When we lost to New Orleans, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
When we couldn't hit a shot, you like, come on, bruh. Come on.
Facts, man. So all right. So these losses that we was close by. So you said we could have probably been in like 55 wins or something like that, huh?
53 wins,
Easy.
52 wins,
53.
Something
Okay.
like that.
I'll take
I
that.
55.
Yeah.
I rather go. I take the higher to the low. I'm going high on that.
Yeah, I wanted to just say,
That's
I
in
was
my
just gonna
opinion.
say
Okay.
50. You know what I'm saying? For
Okay, that's
sure,
cool.
we would have won 50 games for sure. But when you talk about an 8-game difference, I don't know. You had to convince me on 8-game difference. But if you talk about 3 games here, there, you know what I'm saying? I can vibe with it. But if that's what y'all want to do,
I'm gonna say this because even though we did go on a winning streak after RJ got cut by Lucas Cocaine Nails, you know what I'm saying?
That was that
And
game we
matter of fact,
lost too.
and dislocated his finger
yeah,
also as well. That's
Definitely. Yup.
it wasn't.
I remember that.
It wasn't all of that. The young man was playing well, and a lot of those games that we lost. I mean, not even just in between that, where he could have probably even added just a little bit of something because he was still hot right then. He was
right,
still warm right then. That's what Blue was like. He would have had a solid year, yo. He would have had a more better, efficient. I'm saying this more better, efficient year if he didn't get hurt right there at that point.
right,
But just like how we talking, you know what I'm saying? What if or what should have had? Yeah,
right,
and what's possible? Definitely,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
right.
I agree with you, man. I definitely agree with you on that. And you know what, Corey?
I,
Just like I was telling just like I was telling Uncle Freeze, you're right. I think we might be a little bit over 50, man. I think I'm gonna retract what I said yesterday because now that I'm looking at the
nah, you
team
good?
in the date, no, I'm just saying like in debt. I think you might be right, bro. I think we might win a little bit more over 50. Yeah, for real. I agree with you, man. Respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. No doubt. No doubt. Because when I look back at last year's team, bro, the first game of the year, we lost to Memphis in overtime. Remember Cam Reddish hit the 3 to send it
Yes.
to overtime? Right?
Yep.
But then coming down the stretch of that game, Evan Fournier had all those wide open three-point
Yeah.
looks. And you like, Fournier, if you just knock down one of them, this is a
Just
different
one.
game.
All we need is just one.
Yeah, and I'm not blaming him for missing shots.
Of
I'm
course
just talking
not.
about the circumstance. I'm like, if Fournier hits one of those threes, it's a different, you know what I'm saying? Because Memphis was playing, man, they was going hard, bro, and they couldn't beat us. And then little things, we kind of got little things like the rebound come out to one of the, like it's 3 Knicks standing together. They so tired that the ball come between 3 Knicks, go to Memphis, and they come down, and John Morant hit the layup. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I'm not blaming it because they played their heart out, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you give everything you got, you know what I'm saying? That Memphis game, bro, we could have, you know what I'm saying? If we'd have won that, we probably would have started the season off different.
Facts. I agree.
Wow.
Well, I think this season that we coming up on, this new season that we coming up on, and looking at what's his name, Jalen, and looking at Charlie, and looking at Roby, I know they're gonna be two-way players. You know, salute AD. I know they're gonna be two-way players and whatnot, but I think we got a good chance, man, of taking this East, man. For real, I really, I don't know. It's just something about this team, and I've been saying it for a minute. It's something different. It's something different about this team. And if Tibbs is gonna do what he got to do, I just pray to God, man, that he have different rotations in his head to move us forward to, getting them 50 plus burger games
Right.
and then some. You know what I'm saying? Open your mind, Tibbs, man, and stop playing. Stop playing with us, man. Open your mind, bruh. And start listening to your assistant coaches, Johnny Bryan and them cats. Word.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. Let me say this to your point about Tibbs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think Tom Thibodeau is a good NBA coach, but at this point, after 3 full seasons of Tom Thibodeau, I think
Mm-hmm.
we all realize that situations have to be perfect for him to get to that elite level of coaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the situations have to be, um, um, yeah, perfect,
Mm.
right? And when situations are not perfect, we all scratch our head, wonder what went on, right?
Mm.
Because think about this: how do you beat Boston in overtime on a Sunday and then come out that Tuesday and lose to Charlotte?
Mm. 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 Mm.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Mm. 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 Mm.
And the
Mm.
thing about it is Jalen Brunson was out for both of those games. So to say Jalen Brunson missed the Boston game or missed the Charlotte game, nah, quickly was the starter for both of those games, right?
Mm.
We beat
Mm.
Boston, and I mean, yo, and we ragged Boston too, bro. Boston shouldn't even been
We
in
drug
that
them.
game.
We drug them.
We let
Yeah.
Boston get back in
Yep.
that game.
Yes, we did.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
You're
And
right.
if Al Horford wouldn't have hit that, Al Horford hit a they ran the same play Milwaukee ran against us. They took they power forward, take Randall off the dribble, and have Mitch guarding a center in the corner. And when Mitch sagged to protect the rim, they kicked it out to Horford, and Horford got them wide open looks at three. And at first he wasn't knocking them down, but they kept running it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's one of them things, man, where Boston shouldn't even. Now that first game that when Boston hit like 28 threes on us, ain't no NBA
Mm-hmm.
team
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
winning
Mm-mm.
if you give up
Mm-mm.
28 made threes, bro.
Nah.
No, ain't no
Nah.
ain't no NBA team.
Nah. Yeah,
You that
nah,
Saturday
man.
night,
Get
bro.
out of
They
here.
came out.
Yeah,
They just
word.
had our number.
Live from New York. It's Saturday night. Word.
For real.
Right.
Was that a comedy skit or something like that? What happened?
That whole fact that they did that was comedy. Like how the hell y'all let that happen?
Mm-hmm.
But it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I bet you this year we're gonna have our moments as well. But
Right.
I honestly, I'm sitting here thinking, and in my mind, you know what I'm saying? If we can get off better than we did last year,
Mm-hmm.
get off to a little bit better start. I mean, a lot better start because we was damn near we was just under 500. So we could start anywhere 10 games over 500. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? 12 games over 500. I think we're gonna have a great season.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to stay competitive. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the basketball guys, if they choose it, you know what I'm saying? And it really doesn't matter, but to some degree, I want to finish at least third in the East. You know what I'm saying? Really, 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 like really step in there and be really assertive in the
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Conference. Very assertive. Like, you know what I'm saying? I felt you Sunday, you know what I'm saying, when you were saying, you know what I'm saying, you want the league to know. You want the league to know. I understand that. I understand what you mean. And I really want to be like top three in the East. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Where the pundits gotta really like, you know what, them niggas look good. I mean, I believe in New York. You know what I'm
Hell yeah.
saying? And not Brooklyn. I'm talking about New York City, your team. You
Damn
understand what
Brooklyn.
I'm saying, God?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, and 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 that's the most important part. You know, I think you know what I honestly believe this, and I check me. If we do not pick up anybody, any dangling free agents right now, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, like the Derrick Jones is or somebody else, like if none of these cats really can't make this team, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I, but there's only one. I'm gonna give it to him because I had listened to somebody else and I had to like, oh, yo, you all right? When you was talking about Ron was talking about Isaiah Roby, and I was like, how he volunteered to go down there, and he's coming
Mm-hmm.
off being hurt, but I still know
Mm-hmm.
excuse, but he still played decent in some spots, but he didn't look like he looked like a rookie, but he was hurt. He's trying to get himself back in the basketball shit. So,
Mm-hmm.
Ron, I got you on that. I stole that from you, Ron. I'm just letting you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you was right
Mm-hmm.
about that. So and I had to reaffirm what he said. Like,
Who's
you
that?
know
Isaiah
what I'm saying?
Roby?
Isaiah Roby. I
Yeah,
think
Isaiah
he's
Roby.
not going to be
Mm-hmm.
no, yeah, he's not going to be no Obi Toppin. So I'm not going to be looking for him to, like, come out of nowhere in 15 minutes and get, like, 15, 20 points. No, if he gets us 8 points, 9 boards off the bench, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or not even that much. Just 9 boards or 7 boards off the bench. You know what I'm saying? To spell this dude, you know what I'm saying? To spell Randall, then I'm cool with him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like 5 or 6, 7 points out of that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing
Mm-hmm.
major, just you know what I'm saying, just get in here, play solid defense and grab them boards. You know what I'm saying? Help out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
With that second unit. Um,
Not for sure that man gonna be getting any minutes at all, bro.
I'm just saying,
I
so
mean,
yeah, man, well, yeah, you're right.
the reason why I'm not saying that he won't play all season,
Hmm.
but adding for instance,
The DiVincenzo pick up.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I get you.
yeah,
The
Mm-hmm.
DiVincenzo pickup kind
Mm-hmm.
of changes the whole dynamic of things because now it's gonna be more guard heavy, guard centric. Where this cat, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be crazy to see this dude play checking somebody 6'9". I'm talking about RJ Barrett, or
Mm-hmm.
even worse. What's your boy name? Hart.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm be
Oh,
like,
Josh Hart.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really feeling like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And
So,
we,
is all right. I hear y'all. Is there a trade to be made? Is there anything that we can do, or we just, let's close the door
I'm,
and let's work with what we got?
I mean, nah, because we're still trying to get rid of Fournier. So he's gonna be gone before the start of this year.
What we getting?
'Cause, I don't know
Yeah,
who
but
was willing to
even
get
we
him.
probably not gonna get nothing.
Right. That's it, Uncle Freezie. Thank you. We probably ain't gonna get. We probably ain't gonna get nothing. Squad diddly nothing. So
Right.
all that
But the
superstar
thing
talk and
is,
all of that, that's done.
yeah, the
I
Evan
know
Fournier
why are
thing
we
ain't
talking
gonna
about? I'm not
impact.
even thinking about. We already got our own superstar, bro. Why would
Yeah,
we
yeah.
even
His name is
do
Brunson. His name is Brunson. Yeah.
like, all right then. So I mean, I'm not out here fishing for nobody else other than anybody who's gonna ask what we got already. I'm not trying to get nobody to come in here and try to replace or do what he did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to do the whole chemistry thing
But
all
that but
over
that wasn't the
again.
point though. The point I think
Oh,
Ben
my
he was
bad.
getting at. The point is what about Fournier? The thing is Fournier wasn't
Yeah,
playing anyway.
yeah, yeah,
So
Word.
whether you get a player for him that's not going to play or draft
yeah, yeah.
picks that you'll use during the summer, you're not adding another
Hmm.
person to the rotation. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I mean, because think
I
about
could.
this. Oh, so go ahead, bro.
No. Because I'm saying like this, y'all saying we're gonna get nothing for him. I mean, you right. I'll attach two second rounders and be like, hey, come on, man, get the 18 million off my book, please.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Please, somebody. You know what I'm saying? And
Please.
yeah,
Nah,
just please,
but
cause
here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. If you keep him, right? If you keep him,
mm,
it doesn't hurt anything because he's not playing. And then next summer, if you keep him all year, next summer, you have that $19 million in free agent money because that money comes off the books. He should be appealing right now to a team for that purpose. Right? The reason why we like to move Fournier is not just because not that Fournier is a bad player, but he don't fit with what Tom Thibodeau want to do. Right? Like say for instance, if Evan Fournier was on the Denver Nuggets, he'd be playing. Right? But Tom Thibodeau don't value offense first guys. Right? Y'all know the type of guys Tom Thibodeau value.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And if you noticed, every time Tom Thibodeau gets a 6'7", 6'8" wing player, he fall out of love with him and try to move him. Y'all remember how good Farron Hunt looked last year in Summer League?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
You remember how good Cam Reddish looked at the beginning of the season?
I was about to say that too, right there. Freezie on it.
Yeah, my man just don't like that style of player. He liked these 6'4", 6'5" guards. That's why they went out and got DiVincenzo. That's why Trevor Keels is still. What has Trevor Keels shown y'all in the 2 calendar years he been here?
I know who don't like him. That's Corey Lee. That's for sure.
It's not that I don't like him. No, I'm just saying, like that young man. I don't know what his circumstances is, but if his circumstances were to the point where his family, hold on a second, where his family was in dire straits. You know what I'm saying? That boy should have stayed his ass in school. Excuse me, but he should have stayed his butt in school. He should have stayed in school. Because that was the worst thing he did to himself. He Kevin knocked himself.
Facts. I agree.
Right. And if you're talking about though the fit for the Knicks, Trevor Keels only fits the 6'4" stout combo guard role. Right? He don't really do it. He don't do anything. Like for instance, why would we keep him, Daquan Jeffries, what's my other guy name? Him, Daquan Jeffries, Isaiah Roby over a solid veteran like Derrick Jones Jr. Why would you have him in here? When you know Derrick Jones Jr. can be a backup power forward that can come in and play the 3 and the 4, some small ball 5, right? Not play a lot of minutes, but give you max effort. That's what he is. He's a max effort, all out energy guy. Yet we're trying to develop Trevor Keels.
You see what Ivy said? Keels has no NBA skill, and I agree with you, homeboy. Yes, I do.
Right.
IV10. Yes, I agree with you, homeboy.
Right. That's
Sorry, bro.
That's the point. The point that I'm getting at is if Tibbs valued Derrick Jones Jr., a 6'6", 6'7" athlete, whatever Derrick Jones is, Jr. is, 6'7" athlete that can play multiple positions, the Knicks will already have him. The Knicks don't want him, bro. Kelly Oubre is still a free agent.
You sure you want that?
Right? Kelly Oubre, yeah. Kelly Oubre is still out there. A 6'7" combo wing forward is still out there.
Okay. And we need wings now.
Yeah, right. And for people that say that we can't afford him, you could sign him for less money than what Evan Fournier makes right now.
You give him 14
How
million.
much is that? How much Evan getting?
19 million.
19, yeah, you know what?
Because he made 18.9 last year.
Y'all right. Yeah, word.
It's just that Tibbs don't prefer those type of players, is what I'm getting at ultimately. It's the reason why you see dudes like Charlie Brown and Daquan Jeffries in Summer League. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what do the Knicks need with a dude that's gonna be turned 27 during the season? We developing 26-year-olds. I like Charlie. I like the way Charlie Brown plays. By the way, I like his hustle. Right? And I'm not knocking him, but I'm trying to figure out the course that we're on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
why we got these cats? Why we have these cats hanging on when we know we're not gonna play them or have them in the league?
Right.
Or they,
And two, why didn't Miles McBride play in summer league?
yo,
Word.
mm,
That's
Word.
I'm trying to figure what Miles McBride didn't get no
Great
hardly any
question.
run during the season. Why
Great
didn't he play
question.
in summer league?
Great question. Why?
mm.
Great question. Why did he not
Because
play?
I don't think because I'm telling you I don't think they plan on having him here much longer.
Oh, you
You
okay?
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I think they're playing on. I mean, that's just. I'm sitting here thinking like he might be some kind of what I'm saying package with Fournier for something maybe, and maybe somebody else is up out of here. Who knows? You understand what I'm saying? Who knows? Because it's gonna be it's crazy. It's crazy, and I think
Mm-hmm.
and you know what I'm saying. I'm thinking that because everything right now is like they're waiting for the shoe to drop with this kid OG Ananobi, or wait for Musai or Jerry to feel out,
Mm-hmm.
figure out what he's gonna do with him.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They're trying to figure out what they're gonna do with him because you know what I'm saying, and what it's gonna take to get him up out of here. You know
Hold
what I'm
Yeah.
on.
saying? Because he's not gonna be able to.
Do you think we have an opportunity of getting him? Like, I mean, are we wasting
I
our
mean, no,
time?
it's
Like,
good. You gotta think. You gotta think. This is what we got in our favor, and I'm not. This is not me. This is just me, just sitting here, but listening and watching how things have been going and getting a feel
mm-hmm.
for it. Is that this dude? He really once he signed with CAA, he's always gonna be connected to New York, no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
to the Leon
Mm-hmm.
Rose. You understand what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
one. Two, you know what I'm saying? He's from England. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? You gotta think about that. He's gonna want that he ain't gonna want to go to thinking Milwaukee, or well, no, he would go to Milwaukee, but I mean Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
or somewhere, you know what I'm saying, somewhere like in Portland. I think, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying, I see him in like, he probably want to come to like a cosmopolitan type city. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? But this is all about if you size going to do the bid. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
he
I
ain't doing that,
think,
bro. That's what Knicks
yo,
fans
you,
say, bro.
mm-hmm.
That's a created, made up Knicks fan narrative, bro. All the stuff around the league. And listen, nobody else around the league is talking about OG Ananobi to the Knicks except us. What the rest of the league is talking about is Pascal Siakam to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot.
mm,
I ain't going to front on that.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Word.
saying?
Word.
So, but the Knicks fans, we see that everywhere we look, and we're like, no, that ain't true. The whole
Mm-hmm.
world can't be right. We want OG, and so we're gonna make up a narrative about OG Ananobi coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I don't think he coming. I don't
nah,
think he
man,
coming.
no, he ain't,
I don't
no,
want him.
no, he,
I
I
no.
don't want
don't
it
want
either.
him.
I don't want him either. I just want to run our team back.
And then when you read the tea leaves, right? The Knicks front office has been saying the whole time, it, they saving all their best assets for a young superstar about to enter into their prime. That ain't OG Ananobi.
Oh no,
You think we
Donovan
gonna
Mitchell.
wait? We gonna wait all this long? We gonna wait this long, all year long for we gonna empty the bag for OG Ananobi?
Yeah, I
That
think
ain't
they
no,
wait
ain't
Man,
for
no
Donovan.
bag.
they will
That ain't gonna be
laugh
no
us out
bag.
the league, yo.
Well, ain't no bag to get him. He making what? He making less than Fournier right now, right?
OG? Yeah, he
Yeah.
making about two. I think he's
But
making about $2-3 million less.
Lee, he
I'm
not
looking
a,
right at you, Freezie.
but he not a free agent, bro.
No, it's gonna trade.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Okay.
not a
You,
free
you,
agent.
Okay.
you think he coming? You think he coming?
No, that man ain't
I'm
coming
just
here.
saying. I'm not saying. I tell you this: if it happens, I won't be surprised.
Okay.
Right. You
Okay.
okay?
I'm
So
not saying.
you like
I'm
your
not saying.
chances. Leon Rose versus Masai Ujiri.
You see what
Hey, man.
y'all see
Hey,
what
man.
y'all hear y'all just see what IB10 just said? Not to cut you off. I'm sorry, brothers. Did you? He said re-engage with the Clippers to get Paul George, and deal is
That's
done.
possible
I
too.
mean,
But that's
do
what.
you
But
do you agree with
Ivory
that?
10 is. But Ivory 10 is a Knicks fan, bro. He ain't the Clippers front office. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Ivory
gonna
10 a
fall
Knicks
back on that
fan.
one.
Yeah. So he a Knicks fan. Do I want Paul George? Yes, but I'm saying. But think about this, bully. Think about this.
All right, I'm listening.
Think about this. Why would the Clippers re-engage the Knicks after the Knicks drew a line in the sand saying no, they're not gonna pay whatever.
Because homeboy wanted
Yeah, that
that
whole thing.
extension.
The Clippers can give
Nah,
him that
man.
extension.
What's the extension? Facts.
It's not like the Knicks the only team that can give him the extension, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you true on that. Yeah, you facts. That's facts. Word.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then Paul George's contract belongs to the Clippers, so the Knicks can't make the Clippers do nothing.
Do nothing, right?
It's the
Bam.
same thing. It's the same thing with Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They
Well,
can't
OG.
make
Oh
OG
yeah.
and they can't make
Facts.
Toronto give them anything for
Thank you.
OG
No,
because
I'm not saying that.
No, you just made a good point. I didn't see it like that. You're right. You absolutely right. I didn't see it. My bad.
yeah,
You're
you
right.
know what I'm saying? So my thing is this is when you are looking to make the purchase, bro, you gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, if you buying,
yeah,
if you out here trying to
Well,
shop, if
that's
you
like
out here
tempting.
trying to buy,
yeah. Yeah,
you out here
because think
buying.
about it. If OG Anunoby was that cheap, you think it would have really taken this long? He'd have been a
Yeah,
Nick.
facts.
Oh no.
Facts. A long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't see it like that. My bad. That's my bad. I didn't see it
What I
like
will
that.
say
You're
though,
right.
is this: what they already have on the roster, I think is good enough for this team to contend for a championship. That's my opinion.
Running back. Word.
Mm.
Do you know how much if they Freezie, Corey Lee, CL Smooth, Corey, everybody in the chat. Do you know if these boys win that chip? You know what kind of heroes they oh my god. This city will go bonkers. But noodles. We crazy.
Right.
We crazy.
Right.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you know right now. I know what I'm gonna do if we get that chip. But anyway, let's not talk like that. So I'm just listening to my good brothers. Go ahead. But I know if they win that chip as constructed as this team, and they win that chip, huh? Mm-mm. You thought what was that? Fast and Furious Part 9 when Ludacris and Tyrese went out of space?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to Jupiter. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Watch me. Watch me.
Right. But hey,
I'm
here's
touching
the
all
thing.
9 of the rings, dude. I'm telling you right. And I'm
Here-
gonna come back.
So here's my thing about
Go ahead,
why
Uncle
I feel
Freeze.
like the Knicks can contend for a championship, right?
Oh.
Here's why I think the Knicks could contend for a championship. And I'm just saying contend, right? When you look at all season long, every misstep we made during the season is when we didn't have a Dante DiVincenzo type player on the floor.
And he gritty.
And it's so if you go back, just look at the last time you saw the Knicks play, right? The last play of our season, not the regular season, the last play of our season, we had 3 shooting guards on the floor, Randall and Brunson. Right? Oh shoot. My bad. Let me do this real quick. I don't know. I thought I sent it to my man already. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yo, Corey. Yo, Freeze, man. I'm about to build me a rocket ship in the back, the mothership like Parliament. If we get a ring. I'm going to that planet called Let me get a ring, boy. Let me get a ring, man. It's the Great Space Coaster. Get on board. It's the
Word.
Great
Yeah,
Space
man.
Coaster.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, hey,
Why you go
but
to WPIX?
I'm
but
sorry. Ooh, look at Channel 11. Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Anyway,
man.
I'm fall back. Yo, Ribby, what's up? Kerry, what up, dude? That's
Yeah,
Uncle
man.
Freezie get it together. Yeah, no doubt.
I got you, boss.
Yes, sir.
The last time you saw the Knicks what ended
Mm-hmm.
their season, it was Jalen Brunson,
Mm-hmm.
Julius Randle, and three
Mm-hmm.
guys that play shooting guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
RJ, Josh Hart, and Quentin Grimes. None of
Mm-hmm.
those dudes could get open for Jalen Brunson to pass the ball to them. Now, mind you, in that moment, now we lost 86-82, right? At that
Mm-hmm.
moment, we were losing 84-82.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
any one of those guys get open and knock down the three,
Game over.
instead of us losing by 4 and going home, we're up by 1,
Mm-hmm.
right? We win by
Yep.
1, right?
And we
We
played in the
we we up
garden.
by 1, and then on top of that, we have a game 7 in Madison
In the
Square
garden.
Garden, right? So all I'm saying is I like my chances on a game 7 in Madison Square Garden against any opponent.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Because
Anybody.
if you beat
Anybody.
that team 3 times already in the series,
Mm-hmm.
that means they beatable, right? So
Right.
they go out and get Dante DiVincenzo because Dante DiVincenzo is a guard that can do all the stuff that those dudes did. Josh Hart was out there waiting at the 3-point line, hiding behind a defender. You're like, come on, man. If that's DiVincenzo, we're not even having this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin Grimes is tucked up in the far corner away from the ball,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Quentin Grimes is in that corner tucked. When you go back and look at it, he is
Oh,
tucked in
snap.
the far corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Great salute.
you got RJ Barrett out there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You said
Yo,
shooting guards.
Steph,
We had
Steph, I
Freezy.
see you. Mm-hmm.
What up, Bully? What up,
What up? What
Corey
up?
Lee?
What up?
Long time.
Yo,
What up,
Dre.
What's
Freezy?
good?
What up to the
What's
chat?
good?
Can I say one thing real quick? Yo, Dre, thank you for your link. I got it. Yo,
Yeah,
it's been working wonders, dude. Thank you very, very, very much, Dre.
you
Thank
welcome,
you.
bro.
He
Welcome.
changed the world, bro.
Yes,
He
you
got
did.
dudes out here that
Shook up the
super
world.
soldier serum. Yeah. He got everybody out here feeling like Steve Rogers. You know what I'm
Word.
saying?
Freezy, your description of the lineup, it sounded like there was 3 power forwards out there, not 3 shooting guards.
Yeah, 4 power forwards on the floor at the same time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the thing is we throw the term combo guard around a lot, but these dudes not combo guards, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh Hart is a wing player. The guard shouldn't even be his name, right? And Grimes is a wing player, bro. Guard is not a part of. And I'm not knocking them. I'm just talking about their style of play. RJ Barrett and guard, come on, bro. He can't shoot or guard, right? But if you got DiVincenzo out there, at least DiVincenzo provides you with someone with guard skills that can dribble and not get panicked when teams start. Man, listen, Bully, you remember that Dallas game that we lost when Luka had the 60, 10, and 10 triple double? That in that game, they were trapping Brunson on the inbound, bro.
Yes, they was on the
You know what they
inbound.
did?
Yep.
They passed the ball into Quentin Grimes, and he caught it and held the ball like he was Mutombo
Couldn't do nothing.
and wouldn't
with
dribble.
it.
And then they tied him up, and we lost. And then it wound up being a jump ball. We lost it. Christian
and we
Wood hit a
lost.
3.
Yep. I remember that game, man. That was a heartbreaking game. That was the overtime game in Dallas.
There's been multiple instances where Grimes is like averse to even bringing the ball up past half court without pressure. Like
Right.
as soon as he gets it before half court line, he's looking for Brunson just to give Brunson the ball so he can run to the corner.
He almost got a backcourt violation passing the ball to Randall.
Yeah. Yep. You right, Dre.
Bro.
Yep.
Yeah, you like, bro, Grimes. Listen, and I'm not knocking Grimes the player. What I want Grimes the player to do is become better in those situations.
assertive,
Mhm.
take
Yeah, be
charge.
more assertive. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
When you see him play, it feels like he's afraid of stepping on toes.
yeah.
Like at some point, like Grimes, you made it this far to the league. You have to stay clean. You have to show assertiveness. Like you
You
have the
need some
talent
correction.
to get this far in the NBA. You didn't work.
Mhm.
You didn't put in your 10,000 hours training to not do these things that we
Right.
saw you do on lower
Mhm.
levels, or we see you do in the summer league. We're not
Mhm.
asking you to just come up and cross up 3-4 dudes. We just ask you to be a guard.
Right.
Right. Facts.
Be
But you know
Facts.
what though? He got that look in his eye.
more than a defender. Be more than a defender too, as well.
Mhm.
He got that look in his eye that Knox had, that Obi had. Like if I mess up, the coach gonna pull me
I'm
out.
get pulled.
Bring out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
Boy,
yeah,
boy,
Yeah.
boy.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
You
stop.
know,
But they gotta stop.
Yeah, man.
They gotta stop being afraid. Pardon me, y'all. I'm sorry. They gotta stop being afraid. I'm not saying being afraid of Tibbs or anything. And I guess that's where Obi, Mount Rushmore. I mean Mount Rushmore, when his Mount Everest went off on the coach. Like, yo, you don't know what you're doing. Da, 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 like, I mean, at the end of the day, Tibbs is the coach. But at the end of the day, at the same time, he got to give these kids opportunities, man. You can't squander these kids and leave them on the bench not to do nothing, just sit there and rot. And by the time it's time to trade them, to go to another team and everything, the other teams is gonna be looking at them, man. You just been sitting on the bench. You know why I've been sitting on the bench? Because this coach is not playing me like I need,
right,
effectively.
right.
He's not playing me effectively. So when it's time for him to go to another team or whatever, they just looking at him like Knox. What's that? What was the other dude name? Trier, right? Trier, that's his name.
Theo
Alonzo
Pinson.
Trier.
Man, that boy,
You talking
he
about
was a
Alonzo
wild
Trier?
child. Alonzo Trier, he was a wild child. Hold
Right,
on. Yo, he reminded me of one
That's
of my
why he's
little
not here no
cousins.
more.
Yeah, because he was a wild child. That boy
right,
he was off the chain.
right.
He had energy. You gotta enhance that energy. You have to enhance the energy to
There's a balance.
oh.
My mind.
Go ahead,
There's
Dre.
a
I
balance.
knew you was
Homeboy.
about to Dre, I knew you was about to say that. Go
Oh,
ahead, bro.
Yeah. What
hold
you
on a
say,
second,
Lee? Go
real
ahead,
quick.
Lee.
No, because there's no coaching what was wrong with Alonzo Trier. You know what I'm saying? You can't coach that up. This ain't Dennis Rodman you talking about, bro. Dennis Rodman was
He reminded me
eccentric.
of Brandon
Yeah.
Jennings. Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
Not even, but I mean, just saying. He was eccentric. This kid was just like, he's not eccentric. The kid was like, he was a couple screws loose with the young man. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't rap
Mm-hmm.
night, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta kind of understand there was no coaching him, and then that was a whole different other coaching staff or whatever regime. I was like,
Shout
well,
out to
for
the
even
man in
argue.
my avatar. That was the coach. That was,
Yeah,
that
man.
was
Yeah,
his
Thank
man.
you.
word. You right, Dre.
That was that. That was pretty much the start, and that right there was the start of the ending for his career, Alonzo Trier. You know what
Alonzo
I'm
Trier,
saying?
right? Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
It's
but
like funny you brought them all up. Thank you,
yeah.
Greg, for that.
Ultimately, though, what I think it boils down to, and I'm saying this is me. This is just my opinion. Like what I think it boils down to is that the Knicks are trying to do two things at once, and they should be focused on one thing at once.
Okay.
Right? I think the Knicks are ultimately trying to develop these young kids, and they're also trying to pursue a championship because Jalen Brunson wound up being a better player than they thought he was going to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And so what that does is in those situations, you have a roster set for a guy just to come in and be professional and set the culture. But then he comes in and he sets the culture, but then he's also playing at a mega star level. And I don't think the Knicks expected that. They didn't expect an all NBA type player, or NBA type season out of Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you got him and he looks like he not only can have that type of season, but he looks like he can be that every season. Now you got to tighten up the thing with the kids, right?
That's right.
Because I think they were going to let the kids lead the way. Let Randall play his contract out and let him leave. Let Brunson play his contract out. Let him leave. By the time they leave, quickly Grimes, Obi,
RJ.
RJ, everybody will be ready to take over the team. Is what I thought the initial plan was. But then when Brunson came here and started hooping, and Julius Randle had a bounce back year, then it changed everything.
Timeline got switched up.
Yep.
Real fast.
Switching up timelines. Yeah.
And I think this is a matter of having too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you can give Tibbs whatever players you want. He's going to use those players to what he thinks is best. So when we talk about Tibbs, he's always thinking short-sighted. I need to win tonight's game.
Right.
I need to win
Wow.
8 out of the next 10. I need to make it to the playoffs. I need to win every game I can. It doesn't matter the context or development. So when you see like guys like Grimes look like a deer in headlights because they're afraid to make mistakes, that's part of the process.
It's because he's a deer in headlight and he's afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah, and that's part of the process. Like
how long is that going to rock?
Well, if you didn't want it to be this way, you should have never hired Tibbs.
Right. and at the same time, if you didn't want it to be this way, you shouldn't have drafted all these kids back to back. Right?
Facts.
It's just what it is. Like now we got casualties, bro. And truth be told, we're plucking off one kid a year to get off the team. And so now we're looking around like, well, who is going to be the kid this year that's going to be booted off the team? Right? Because 3 years in a row, we booted off a first round pick, bro. We went from Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, right? This year's Obi. Next year, who's it going to be? Who's the first round pick to go? Quickly, RJ, Grimes.
I don't think Quickly going nowhere, right? To be truthful, I don't think Quickly going anywhere. I think it's probably going to be Grimes.
Man, anything right now.
Anybody can go if it's an
go.
upgrade in talent. And I want to respond. And I want to respond to AD. Shout out to Anthony in the chat. To this point, any team that believes in load managing, then they have coaches that don't think about winning every single game.
Yeah,
we don't do the load manage thing over here.
No, we load manage. Tibbs said he load manages, but he does it with practice sessions. He says he gives them the guys practice sessions off, not games off. Right?
But that's low intensity. That's not the same thing as running through a whole.
Tibbs is crazy.
But I mean, you could name. It depends on how you view the process to get better. Because, for instance, OKC has a different idea of what progress is.
Right.
So they'll legitimately bench SGA in the middle of trying to get to a play-in spot.
Right.
Because they think it's best for his body long term to not play him 3 games in 4 nights. It's all about your perspective or how you view development. Now we have a different way, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just that's how Tibbs' process is.
Right.
And to be absolutely honest, depending on who you have in here, it might be the right move, it might be the wrong move. It's just who's on the roster and who's benefiting and how. Like for instance, the lack of load management might be beneficial to a guy like Randall, who's a creature of habit that needs to play to get his rhythm night in and night out.
Yeah.
And then to other players, some other players, the 3-and-D wing, those guys cannot do that every night.
No.
The high flyers, the lengthy athlete, they can't do that every night.
The agile athletes, they need time off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if I'm keep it calling a spade, in my mind, going into next season, 2 out of these 3, well, probably summer next season, 2 out of these 3 are probably gone. Between RJ Quickly and Grimes, 2 out of the 3 are probably gone if they're gonna make a move.
Yeah,
which I think they're loading up to do. They just want to make the perfect move. They don't want to sell out or like buy high on a player that doesn't fit whatever identity it is. Because from the looks of it, ultimately we're trying to target a dynamic wing, whether a 2 or a 3 that can
Right.
play both ends.
Right.
That's why we were looking at Levine's or Paul George's. We were even looking at Bradley Beal. Like we were in the talks or the rumors of it. It's the reason why we always are hovering around the 2 or the 3. That's who we're trying to target, at least in my mind. Now it may not play out that way. It may play out to being like, oh, Embiid is asking out or something like that. It might be one of those scenarios. But
Is
from the
Embiid
looks of
acting
it,
out? Is he acting out?
No.
not yet.
No.
The impression
No.
today, I checked in on the Joel Embiid stuff today in preparation for the show.
Some weird tweets.
And so the stuff that the messages that's coming out of Philly is that Joel Embiid just wants to play for one team his entire career. He don't want to be that dude go playing for 2 or 3 teams.
Got you.
He just want to play for one team his whole career. Like Giannis, you know what I'm saying? Just want to be on one team his whole career. You know what I'm saying? And if you trade for him or try to make a move, you're going to have an unhappy player, and then he going to wind up going to a place. Like, for instance, the Lukas, the Giannis's, the Joel Embiid's, bro, they not from here, bro.
I know that.
They don't think like Americans think, bro.
They don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care, right? They don't care.
Yeah, you make me mad. I'll get mad and demand a trade to Phoenix. They don't think like that, bro.
Yeah,
they think differently. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it, for better or for worse. What I'm saying, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is not the same. Everybody don't think the same. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is with the Knicks, Dre is the complete opposite of that, bro. I think the Knicks front office is at the end of their contract, and they know one false move,
they're out,
can get them fired. Yep.
So they want to make it's kind of saying what I'm saying. Like they want to make the right move. Well, the quote unquote perfect move.
Either the perfect move or no move.
No move.
All right, hold on, Uncle Freezie. Hold on, Dre. You telling me? You telling me if we don't make the right move, we going back to where we came from?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to explain.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm trying to explain it. What I'm saying is at this point, bro, mind you, they're going into the tail end of their first contract. Right.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Right. Now look at all the things they did right versus the things they did wrong. The 2 things they did right: signing Jalen Brunson, which in my mind I feel like is lucky. Nobody knew Jalen Brunson was going to be this good. If everybody knew that Jalen Brunson was this good, he'd still be in Dallas.
He'd be on a max contract in Dallas.
Right. He'd be on a max contract right now with the Dallas Mavericks. Right.
He's a superstar, definitely.
Yeah. And that manifested itself into the Knicks making the second round of the playoffs, right? Right. Now, with that said, look at all the stuff that they did wrong and had to correct over the years. Like where is Vildoza? You remember Vildoza? Remember Vildoza? Remember we had to trade away Alec Burks.
Alec Burks, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Reggie Bullock.
Nerlens Noel got that 3-year deal and
I
wound up
like
playing
Burks.
26 games.
But we had to give up second rounders to get under the cap just to sign Brunson to get rid of those dudes.
Yeah. We had to make room.
So, so when you look at the things that they did right versus the things they did wrong, right? If you ask a neutral arbitrator to ask, like, hey, how do you grade this front office in this first contract? It's somewhere in the neighborhood of C plus, right? Maybe C. They didn't get a failing grade, but it's not like they knocked it out of the park, bro.
Checks and balances.
Yeah, and I'm not criticizing them because they were put in a terrible situation, bro. They were put in a terrible situation, right? And so I'm not saying that they're bad people. What I'm saying is is when you look at the job that they took over, this team was a 17 win. This team was awful, bro. This team was starting Mo Harkless over a draft pick. They were starting Mo Harkless over their first round pick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? So there were a bunch of stupid stuff going on before this front office took over. And they had a huge job. Listen, man.
I remember that. Yeah.
Bro, they took over and they got 2 lottery busts on the bench. Frank Ntilikina, 3. I'm sorry. Frank Ntilikina, Dennis Smith Jr., and Kevin Knox. They're like, yo, this is the future, right? What are we gonna do with this? The future of Knicks basketball is Dennis Smith Jr., Frank Ntilikina, and Kevin Knox. What are they supposed to do with this? Right?
The pressure.
So I'm not blaming the front office for not doing the best that they could do, because I think they did. The only thing though is their hands were tied in so many different directions that it would be fair not to give them a contract extension, is what I'm saying. Right? But at the same time, if they, with all the stuff that they messed up, like bringing Elfrid Payton back. You remember they brought Elfrid Payton back?
Yep.
Started them over quickly.
Yeah, they started them over quickly.
Yep.
Yes, they did. Yes, they Dre. Big Dre.
Yeah, and so my point is, ultimately what I'm saying is they did a lot of bad stuff to try to put Band-Aids over terrible stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing Elfrid Payton back, because not only did they bring Elfrid Payton back, they signed Austin Rivers. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Quivers.
Quivers. Yo, and so they made a lot of questionable decisions. You know what I'm saying? In order to kind of move the team forward. Now, but if they mess around and do something like trade all these draft picks for OG Anunoby, and he get here, and we mess around and lose in the first round, they fired.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If they mess around and trade for
Quivers,
DeAndre Hunter, right? They trade for DeAndre Hunter, and then the Knicks mess around and is in a first round matchup with the Boston, a 2-7 matchup with the Celtics, and get swept.
Oh, game
this
over.
Front office is gone.
Yeah, blow it up.
Yeah,
right? You gotta blow it up.
So
I remember
what you saying is, like, say tomorrow we look up front office got an extension for 4 years. And within a week, they're gonna try to do it.
That's exactly what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, if they get an extension this week, say they get an extension Wednesday, right? If they get an extension Wednesday, I think Donovan Mitchell or Paul George will be here by Friday. That's what I'm saying.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep right there.
The check, the direct deposit is hitting for 3 straight years, no matter what happens.
Exactly.
Right,
No matter what. Yo, Dre, Freeze. You remember when Austin Rivers hit that 3, hit the game-winning shot
against Utah?
And then he was talking all that. He was talking with his chest out. Yeah, we the New York Knicks. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, oh Lord.
In 2 weeks, he was completely out of rotation.
That's
because of Tibbs. Tibbs is crazy, bro. Tom Thibodeau.
Yes, he is. That boy, the Penguin don't play. Boy, the Penguin, man, that Penguin. I'm talking about the Penguin don't play.
I don't think this front office is going anywhere.
But Eddie C totally missed what we saying.
They're thinking from a security standpoint. They're not operating like everything is all good permanently. In this industry, you could lose your job in a week.
Yeah. Eddie C totally missed the point, bro. Eddie C totally missed the point. I'm not saying that I never said that Dolan has them on the hot seat. What I was saying ultimately, again, is that this team, this front office can't afford to make a miss. Man, can you imagine if they wait all this time and then give up 3 firsts for OG Anunoby and then this team loses in the first round of the playoffs to Cleveland.
Right. Freezie,
They out of here, bro.
Freezie, I put it this way. You know, like as soon as like Minnesota got their new GM, he made the big move for Rudy Gobert. If that man was on the last year of his contract,
He wouldn't have did that.
he wouldn't have done it at all.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But because he has enough time where he can see it through
Right.
and try to micromanage and guide the franchise along with his vision, he can get away with that within the first month of being in the front office. You can't do that when you got a year left or less than a year left.
Yeah, and in that scenario, Dre, like you mentioned, that's one move leading to a series of other moves, and they have time to execute the proceeding moves, right? But in this case, with the Knicks front office, right now with year 4 on the horizon, right? With year 4 on the horizon, say they go out and make a crazy move like, and I'm just gonna throw out worst case scenario. Say they go out and trade 3 first round picks for Herb Jones, right? They mess around to get Herb Jones, and Herb Jones doesn't make them better. And then we mess around and play Cleveland, a team that wants to beat us. That Cleveland matchup was a heated matchup in the first round this year.
We just edged them out in every game besides one. We blew them out in one game, but the others we kind of won within the margins, albeit comfortably in game 5, but it wasn't like a blowout. We were just hovering above them.
But the point is this, I'm getting at, Dre, is this. You go out and trade 3 first round picks for Herb Jones, and then you lose to Cleveland, but you didn't give up them 3 first round picks for Spider?
What do you look like?
Oh, wait.
Good
you know
point.
What I'm saying?
Good point. Good point.
I'll say you can look at it from a perspective of avoiding bad management, because an example of that would be letting Phil Jackson make his last pick and then fire him 6 days later.
Yeah, that's bad.
You let Phil Jackson take a guard he sees in a triangle offense, and then we remove him, his entire front office, and then we get a new coach.
And then you get a new coach, and now you stuck with the guy.
Man, Phil was a
and then now you got the new coach in my avatar talking about he's going to get Moutier and Frank Ntilikina right, where he never wanted them to begin with.
Right. And so what I'm saying is
he definitely said that,
with the point that I'm making is the Knicks front office are at a point where it's best to do the grand slam no-brainer or do nothing. Right? The marginal move doesn't benefit them long term. Right? So if it's not Jokic, if it's not Giannis, if it's not Embiid, then they ain't gonna do no move because it don't make sense for them right now. Right? It won't make sense until they get till that second contract kick in.
Till they get that extension somewhere in the middle of the season.
Right
before the trade deadline.
Right.
Then you're gonna hear all the rumors swirling.
And then you're gonna hear Devin Booker's name.
No. What?
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's gonna be like, okay, we'll make this big move for you, Dolan, but you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta scratch our back and we scratch you.
So, but hold on. So basically, what y'all saying right now is that we're not making no moves from today until the season start.
Until they get the extension. No, we're not making no moves till they get the extension.
No major
moves. We done.
No major moves.
You know, they not doing anything major until they get their extension.
This 9-man rotation is what you're gonna get until the deadline, barring injury or whatever or what have you.
Okay.
Like we're gonna run it, and that's perfectly fine. Like I have no issue in my mind. I have no.
I really don't have no issue either.
I like how they put it together.
Yeah, run it back.
Kind of for to be absolutely honest, we just really replaced Obi with Dante DiVincenzo.
All right, one question I'm gonna ask you and Dre. And Corey Lee, if you still out there, do you think it was time for Obi to go? Do y'all think it was time for Obi to
Yeah.
say, you know what, I had
Yeah.
enough?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's time.
It was time for him to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. I just want to
And
make
look,
sure
and
I'm on
look,
the same wavelength.
like Randall tripled down and laid his stamp and his claim to being one of the guys here for the foreseeable future. Like the only way Randall is not going to be a guy here is if we move him for an MVP type guy. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Randall's going to be here
Yeah.
for the foreseeable. Like we're not moving Randall for a fringe guy. We're not moving Randall for a Jeremy Grant. We're not moving Randall for nothing beyond us. Like
Not even Damian Lillard. I don't
yeah.
even see
Not
them.
even
I don't
Damian
even.
Lillard. I
Yeah.
see that.
You
Yep,
gotta
yep.
be
You're
you
right.
gotta be
You're right.
a complete game changer, power shifter
Right now too. Not right now. Not
right
back in
right
the day.
now and for the next 4 or 5 years, bro.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Randall is going to be here. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with
That's
what
fine
he's
because
making.
it's hard to find talent, bro.
You're not gonna find the requisite talent to replace Randall. That is just
I'm not
not
even gonna front
easy.
on you, Dre. I'm not gonna front on you, Dre. Yo, I talk mess about Randall, but you can't like you and Uncle Freezie is just saying, you can't replace him. And as much as I hate to just say it like that, because I don't like his, whatever. But
The demeanor.
Randall is it. There you go, my man,
Right.
Ben Dre.
Right.
His demeanor is crazy, but you can't replace that scoring. You can't replace, what he does in the box. And I want to give him. I want to give him another chance. I want to give him another chance. But boy,
But
yeah,
it's
look
a,
at you.
but bully. It's
But
not.
you ain't
It's
got no
like
choice.
yeah, and
I
it's
don't like.
like
I don't have a choice. I'm about to say that. I don't have a choice.
yeah,
I really
and it's
don't.
also like if any Giants fans are in a house for Giants fans, it's like their relationship with Strahan,
Oh no, he ain't going with the
right?
Giants.
It's like their relationship with Strahan, where like Strahan, you and Tiki just make me so angry, bro. But the thing about it is, I got to deal with you because both of y'all in y'all prime helped the Giants win. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like some people couldn't stand Strahan, bro, and some
Yes,
people
sir.
loved Strahan, right? But the thing about it is ultimately, would you just just stand it just so that he can help you be better?
No doubt.
Because I personally I remember the Giants. I remember the Giants pass rush before Strahan, bro. I remember
Go
when
ahead, I'm listening.
quarterbacks had 29 seconds to throw against the Giants.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
you sure?
Yes.
Oh man.
I
All right,
remember
go ahead.
Lawrence
Okay, come on.
Taylor didn't play forever, bro. Remember?
No, he did. No, he didn't.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Mm-mm.
Pepper Johnson didn't play forever. He left and
Pepper
went to
Johnson,
Detroit.
salute Pepper Johnson, man, for real.
Gary, excuse me, Gary Reasons. I remember all them
Gavin
dudes.
Reasons, yeah, salute.
Carl Banks. I
Salute.
remember them dudes
Paul
didn't play
Banks,
forever. Yeah,
salute.
them dudes didn't play forever, bro.
Bam, bam.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the thing with Randall is Randall is a really good player, bro.
No,
And
he's a really good player.
in order for you to
There's no
upgrade,
denying
you
it.
got to really upgrade.
Facts.
Like
And I can't see me getting rid of him. I just don't. Anyway, I'm not going there.
when you look in the history books, Randall's gonna have more years in a Knicks jersey than Melo, and it's gonna blow your mind.
Right.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Why?
Uh-oh.
Why would it not?
Wait a minute
No,
now.
no,
Here
no,
comes
no,
gun
no,
smoke.
no. Ain't no gun smoke. I'm just saying, no, it's not gonna blow my mind because I see it right now. I saw it when we got. After he done had it this year right here, I was just like, he's gonna be here for a great, barring injury, God forbid. You know what I'm saying? And no major blow ups. Yeah, he's stuck.
So you saying this
If he
season
gets
that
his next extension, that's it is what it is.
so this season that we about to embark on, Randall gonna do his dizzle. He gonna do his due diligence.
He's shown me nothing but improvement year over
Okay.
year.
Okay. No,
He's
I
taken a
want that. I
step
want
back.
that.
once.
I want that.
I'll say this: in the regular season, he's going to probably have his most efficient high volume year, in my mind.
Okay,
Okay.
Jay. Okay. Okay.
Now the
I
playoffs,
say
I don't know. That's a different story. But I
that's
feel
what I'm
like,
gonna say. That's
yeah,
that's the issue. Can he get over that playoff situation? Can he show up for a series? You know what I'm saying, and not just a series, but the crucial points in the series where we need some scoring when everybody's all over Jalen Brunson and you know what I'm saying, and especially as long as we still got you know what I'm saying, RJ or what him he's gonna have to be like that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to be. I agree.
I don't think Randall is afraid to be that guy. What I would say to Corey Lee's Knicks is they need to step up around Randall. Brunson and Randall has proven to the NBA they can play. But here's my question to y'all. Here's my question to Bully. Bully, in those playoff games, did you see RJ Barrett step up and score 40? Did you see Brunson step up and do his thing? Right? Did you see Grimes step up? No, you didn't. Grimes got hurt twice in the playoffs.
No, I ain't
Twice.
see Grimes do nothing. I ain't see Quickly do anything
Right?
either.
Quickly.
I didn't even see Mitch. I seen Mitch do something in the first playoff game against Cleveland. Oh, he got funky.
Yeah.
He had to even drop step and dunked on the dude. Turned around, twisted, and dunked on homeboy. He twisted.
I'll say that to this effect, Freezy. If you want to be a title contender, right, your top two guys got to bring it every night.
All right.
How about top three?
You can say like,
three?
yeah,
we need three.
But it's in this iteration of the NBA, it's a top two type.
Okay,
thing.
go ahead.
Unless Dan goes to Miami, but for right now, it is a big two
He ain't going to
thing.
Miami.
And with it's a big right now. This NBA is you need a big two, and then you need to build a complementary team around them.
Yeah.
And the team that won the finals this year, throughout all the rounds, their top two guns were dominant.
Yeah.
Every round.
But you know what though? But here's the difference between the Knicks and the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
It starts at the top. Right.
Facts.
So when you watch Denver's offensive and defensive systems, they were consistent against every team that they played against. You didn't see a rise and fall and stuff against every team. They were able to do what they wanted to do consistently. And I'm not saying that they scored 150 points a game. What I'm saying is Jokic and the high-low with Aaron Gordon works every time, bro. It's Colt 45, bro. It works every time, right?
His Jokic in a pick and roll with Murray, it works every time.
Right. Well, like the high-low game they ran when they had a shooter in each corner and they dragged Aaron Gordon across the front of the rim and pinned him on those guards
on those little guards, chicken wing up and go right in the paint.
And you couldn't stop it. And then when you took the small guard off them and put KD on the guard to start out, then now you got Jamal Murray cooking in the corner against a big. Come on, bro.
So all I hear from that is we need to play more complementary basketball. The coaching staff has to understand that. But here's the thing. Even though Denver has young players, they only had one young player that was impactful that I can remember. They may have Brown.
Yeah, that was it.
White Brown.
Not black. Yeah. And so my point though is this. Denver had a whole bunch of veterans on the floor that knew how to play basketball.
Facts.
When our season ended, when Jalen Brunson got trapped in the corner, there was no other guard that came to rotate. Josh Hart came and rotated over late, and he didn't even come to the basketball. He wanted Jalen Brunson to jump in the air and kick the ball out to him at the 3-point line.
Yep.
And to be absolutely honest, they were a season, like they're a young team, relatively speaking, but they are a seasoned young team. Like there's guys on that team 6-7 years, which you don't even realize it.
Right.
That they've been in the league 6, 7, 8 years, like Aaron Gordon. or even
Right.
Jokic or Murray or MPJ is in his 5th year as of last year.
Yeah.
Like, not even getting to Kentavious Caldwell. So
Yeah.
he's been in the league.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a lot of guys reaching their primes around the same time, and we have like a hodgepodge of guys. Whereas Brunson is reaching his prime right now as we speak. Randall is in his
Right.
prime. Is anyone else, as far as our key guys, in their prime right now?
No. No. Our guys have to learn.
Yeah.
Our
And they
guys,
those guys over there took their lumps. They already made multiple deep playoff runs
right.
and failed
You know who should have been on the floor during that time?
at the end. Again,
Yep. Evan Fournier over Quentin Grimes. Yeah,
it's one thing Evan Fournier is gonna try to come get the ball.
right. And I'm not knocking Grimes in that situation. Right. I'm not and the reason why I say that is because if you take out Grimes, right, and add 48, if the shot goes up, I just have more faith that Josh Hart and RJ Barrett can scrap for rebounds, the offensive rebound in that case. That's the reason why I said Fournier over RJ or Fournier over Josh Hart. In that case, you want Josh Hart to be able in there to be a rebounder.
There's one thing I have like an issue with as far as like the coaching or whatever. If you feel like the most important possession of your season is happening and Randall is at the 5, we need to see it more often in order to develop the reps, develop the chemistry, develop the timing. Just you can't just throw him out there.
Whip it out last minute.
You can't whip it out the most important possession of the entire year and then turn around and say Randall at the 5 is not important.
Yeah. When in the most important time of the year, you used it.
So you need to develop these reps.
Right.
Like the Miami Heat don't pull out the zone defense in the middle of the playoffs. They use it all during the regular season.
Right. They used it, but the thing is, they used it against. You remember the game in New York against Miami where Randall hit the 3 at the buzzer to win it.
Yep.
You remember we had a big lead going into the 4th quarter.
They switched to that zone and we couldn't do nothing with it.
We couldn't do nothing, and they chipped away at the lead, and they wound up getting the lead on a Jimmy Butler dunk.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro,
like you develop these winning habits. You can't just do things out of your character, out of desperation, without like practicing it at all. Like you're not gonna develop the chemistry. You're not gonna know how to play off of each other. We had a lineup out there that we've probably seen for like 15 total possessions all
season since Josh Hart got there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because most lineups, you don't run Grimes, RJ, and Josh Hart at the same time.
No, you don't. Yeah. But if you're willing to do that, and Freezie, we might actually see it this year because
I think that's what they plan to do this year.
Yeah, we're probably gonna see it this year.
It's the reason why they didn't go out and sign a guy over Roby, because they think that last lineup that you saw, the one that Dre referenced, is one that you're going to be seeing more and more this year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when we see these lineups, if you're putting Randall at the 5, you need to figure out ways to conserve his energy so he can give you all he has on the defensive end. So we're going to need guys like RJ to step up. We're going to need Grimes to step up and be more assertive on offense. Because if you're going to ask Randall, we want you to get 25, 26, 27, 28 and play the 5 some.
And play the 5.
And do it and get the same, like get the points, but in the same way where it's a lot of bruising and not getting easy shots. Like taking 8 threes, Freezie, it takes a lot out of you. Just putting up them shots.
Fast, Dre.
And grabbing 10 rebounds.
Good point.
It's not fair. Like you can't expect that. And now, and I'm not saying Randall has to play the 5 for 15 minutes a night or even 20 minutes a night. You have to see it for 7-8 minute stretches
Yeah.
every night. And so you build up the reps. And then when you go to that lineup, your quote unquote, it's funny, but your death lineup, you have the reps. You have the confidence.
We the only team without a death lineup.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think
We
we are.
got one, we just don't use it.
We don't use it. There you go. We don't use it.
The death lineup that I saw, the best defensive lineup that I saw, always has Miles McBride and Mitchell Robinson in it. Right. I think it's some weird mashup of Deuce McBride, Quickly, Grimes, RJ, Mitchell Robinson.
That's funny.
And I don't know why RJ is in a great defensive lineup at the 4, right? But I guess it's a team chemistry thing and not an individual thing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
It's one of those things where I'm not asking Randall to be a 5 for 20 minutes a night, man. No.
Mm-hmm.
I just need him to play more than 3 minutes every month at the 5.
Dre, do you think he's good at the 5 though? Do you like
his most efficient season for his entire career? He played half his minutes at the 5 on New Orleans.
That's
where
what I'm
he
saying.
Where he averaged 20 points per game, shooting above 50%.
But at the same time, they ran at a higher pace and they could almost shoot the 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you have Randall at the 5, inherently you're going to run at a higher pace because you got a bunch of guards out there with him.
Right.
You're not having the lumbering center. You're not waiting for Mitch to come into the front court to set a pick,
Got you.
or do a dribble handoff. It's with that lineup. It's whoever gets the rebound, go.
Yeah.
All right, so Dre. I mean, everybody. Do y'all think something that I'm listening to Dre and I'm listening to Freeze and I'm listening to Core. What are we missing? What are we missing to have combustion against this team? Like what are we missing to take off?
We missing Michael Jordan, bro. Come on.
We're missing generic. We're missing generic superstar wing. That's what we're missing.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I've even asked that. My bad.
Now, with that said, I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's 2 things. One, I think Randall wants to play the 5 because I think Randall and others want to play faster.
Okay, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. There you go, right there. Mm-hmm.
The only thing though is this: when Randall is pulled away from the rim, you can't have Obi Toppin or RJ Barrett protecting the rim. It didn't work.
Okay.
Right.
Only way you can do that is if you got multiple guys with quick hands.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And extremely high IQ guys that can.
Or you're trapping the ball somewhere. You trap and you pushing the ball away from the rim. You know what I'm saying? And that way Randall has time to recover and be at the rim. And even he's not a rim protector.
Nah, he has to do it in similar like a Vucevic type of way.
Like a Karl Malone type way.
Ooh.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like Karl Malone was a power jumper. He wasn't a
leaper.
Yeah, he wasn't a leaper like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he'd have to protect the rim like Karl Malone, really fast, be really strong and stout, and that Karl Malone, Ben Wallace type of rim protection type way.
I'll say this to the people in chat. We're not saying Randall needs to play 24 minutes a night at the 5. Right. We are saying he has to play like on an odd night 8 to 10 minutes between rotations between our other bigs.
And plus, your original point was dope, Dre.
Yeah.
The original thing that you said, the mere fact that when the season was on the line, this was your best 5. Why did you wait to the last minute to put that out there? I think that's the smartest thing we probably heard all summer.
For real.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
Like
Wow.
if you think this is your best chance to get a bucket
Right.
Jay
when
gonna
you
be a
need
coach
one,
somewhere. Mm-hmm.
why do we not see it the entire season?
Why? Yeah. What took so long for us to get here? Right. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you did it before Josh Hart got here, we could have saw it with Fournier and Cam Reddish in spurts, but we didn't even see it with that. And they're bigger than Josh Hart.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play bigger than Josh Hart, but they are physically bigger than Josh Hart.
Mm-hmm.
You feel
Right.
me? Yeah. So I think Randall wants to get minutes at center so that he can because I think Randall is a numbers guy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think Randall's a numbers guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so
That
if
pattern.
he can get more numbers, like if he can go from 25 to 27 points a game by giving you some minutes at center, I think he'll do it.
Mm.
Right. I think it'll
Okay.
be easy to talk him into doing it.
That's fair game right there. You know what, Uncle Freeze, I kind of agree with you on that, man. Because it was the same thing in LA. It was the same thing in New Orleans.
Right.
He's the number guy. You're right. You're right.
And if we're like used to doing this pick and roll thing with Brunson and Randall and not having an extra person underneath the rim, like during spurts, it doesn't have to be a slugfest.
Right.
It's okay to play modern basketball, get up and down, and outscore a team for a 7-8 minute stretch.
Right.
And then you go back to what you normally do. Like, but for spurts and stretches, like a Randall at the 5 can win you a game or two over the course of the season.
Right.
Just off mismatches, just off him exploiting mismatches and bringing other bigs up out of the paint.
Right. You know what? I would love to have seen it, Dre. All year long against Miami before Miami got Kevin Love. You remember they got Kevin Love during the season, but Bam was their big. They out there with Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler, and Bam as their front court. I would have loved to see Randall eat against that, bro. I would love to see Caleb Martin trying to guard Julius Randall.
Indirectly, RJ would probably eat the most out of that because all he has to do is like we saw Randall. I mean, we saw RJ as a rookie bully PJ Tucker as a rookie without his full frame. As a rookie, bully PJ Tucker to like hit a game-winning shot.
Yeah.
So him just having to beat one guy to get to the rim instead of having to beat a guy and he doesn't have the explosiveness to beat one guy and a rim protector.
Right. So what do you do with Mitch now?
No, you play Mitch his normal minutes.
What do you do with Hartenstein then?
You actually reduce Hartenstein's minutes. You run a 3 big rotation.
That's it.
Yeah.
3 bigs. That's it. I'm with you. Right. So the thing is, this is what you want, right? Ideally, you want a 5 guard rotation, a 3 big rotation, and a wing or 2.
Yeah.
Right. With this Knicks roster, now the rest of the league ain't gonna do that. The rest of the league is gonna have 2 point guards, probably 6 wings, and probably 2 or 3 bigs.
Yep.
Because the wings are gonna be able to ebb and flow back and forth into the front court and the back court, like a guy, like a Oubre can play the 2, 3, or 4. Miles Bridges can be the 3 or the 4, and guys, Torrey
Cam
Craig,
Johnson,
2,
3, 4s.
But with the Knicks, we can't do that because our guys are
the roster construction is we don't have athletes. We got a bunch of bullies though.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Dudes with a bunch of Timbs on. Yeah, for sure.
We got a bunch of chubbies, bro. Chubbies, bro. Tibbs is a chubby chaser. He love them, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The penguin in effect.
Yeah, that's just what Tibbs like, man. And no matter how we try to argue it, bro, when I look back at the Chicago Bulls makeup, Tibbs didn't draft Luol Deng. He was already there.
Yeah, that was not. So Luol Deng was not a natural Tibbs guy. He just
Tibbs
was like, oh, you can play 43 minutes every night? Okay.
Every night?
Every night?
Without complaining?
Right. Whatever you say, coach. Right? Yeah.
But for
Yeah,
the most part, if you become a Tibbs guy, you're probably 6'4" and shorter,
right.
and you're probably not super athletic. You're very stout.
Kurt
Mm-hmm.
Heinrich and Keith Bogans. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the perfect Tibbs players. Kurt Heinrich,
Yep.
Keith Bogans.
Ronnie Brewer.
Yep. All of them built
Ronnie
like Bobby
Brewer.
Brown.
Oh, where he at now? Where he going at?
We had him for a minute too.
He
For
worked in
hot
the
second,
city.
yeah.
Yeah, he worked in the city, bro. He worked in Midtown.
You know,
He worked in
Hey, yo, Freezie.
Midtown, bro.
Oh Lord.
He got that odd shift. He worked 11 to 8.
Oh my God. You working at the IBM Center? Let me stop.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Penn Station, 11 to 8. Yeah.
You know what?
He just walked across the street.
Mhm.
To the big post office right there across the street.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all better stop it, man.
Yeah, man.
Ronnie Brewer, yo, wherever you at, man, salute to you, homeboy.
Salute to you and that broken jumper.
And that
You know what? Yo, Jake, calm down. Hold on.
I was like, yo, I was on
Crazy.
TikTok, bro. And a dude got mad at his girl and said her mama looked like Bill Cartwright jumper.
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
Oh,
Dang.
Lord,
Her
see,
mama
Uncle
looked
Freezie
like
gonna
Bill
start some mess
Cartwright
tonight.
jumper. Dang, you mad at her, bro. Oh my God.
Uncle Freezie
Chuck
about to
Hayes
start some
jumper?
mess tonight. Yo, Bill Cartwright jumper was ugly. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
God,
Oh
man.
my God, bro.
Look like one of my old girlfriend's mama. It wasn't. I ain't gonna front.
Oh
I said it.
man.
I said it. And I would put the name out there, but I ain't gonna do that. Listen, and she's still living too. She's still living. I'm sorry.
Hey, fellas, I gotta wrap
You
up.
going to hell, man.
We gotta get out of here and do some stuff.
I'm not going to hell. We all not going to hell,
so I just
man. We
want to
live in
thank
hell right
everybody
now.
for coming through and hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Uncle
try to.
Freezie, thank you.
I got so much stuff, man. I'm be trying to do, man. Sorry about the inconsistent scheduling, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bro.
It's just a bunch of stuff going on. So
It's all good, brother.
be patient with us. We're gonna get
Happy
out of
birthday,
here.
Grandma.
Yeah, happy birthday, Grandma. Hey, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all.